might be thinking, why is this video starting with me washing dishes and doing laundry? Well, it's because today's video is all about doing the things maybe that you don't want to do, but they have to be done. Right, that's tonight's meal sorted, and I wanted to get it done because I have a power test to do tonight, and that's going to be quite painful. So rather than knowing that I'll have to get off the bike and cook, I thought I would do it now and get it done and out the way and sorted. So just some simple barbecue beef quesadillas. They're not fully done. I've got some wraps, some wholemeal wraps that we'll chuck them in. We'll bung them in the oven as soon as we've got off the bike, and then they'll be ready in like 5 minutes. So job's a good one. So that's kind of what I meant by doing things that cause you a little bit of resistance. I know that power testing is not for everybody. Like, a lot of people can really struggle with doing FTP tests or critical power tests or anything of that nature. It can become quite anxiety inducing. And for good reason, to be honest. And, you know, all the years I've done them, they've never really got easier. The only time you can maybe relate to this, that you're really hyped to do a power test, is when you know you're in really good form and you know you're going to crush it. Whereas any other time, when you feel like you're coming back from illness, or I don't know, you're just starting a training block and you feel like, oh, it's going to be touch and go how I perform in this, it's always a lot tougher, I find, to mentally get ready for it. But that's what today's all about. It's 2 o'clock now. I'm going to jump on about 5 or 6 p.m. and we'll do it then. There's a bathtub. I'm just going to pop to the shops for some mushrooms and some more wraps, mainly for tomorrow's food, but I don't want to head out tomorrow. I want to concentrate on my riding. I want to get all my bits and pieces I need to do out of the way so I can just spend time on the bike tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I've not got that wet in a good while. I'm glad I'm not on the bike either, because that would be miserable out there. It was a successful mission anyway to the shop, and then on the way back I called by my favourite coffee haunt, that is Motley Pie and Coffee. I didn't get a pie, but I got a chocolate chip cookie, which I should tag Phil Guyman in for sure, for him to rank it. But definitely one of my treats is going over there and getting a proper flat white. It is very nice indeed, and it's Clifton coffee beans, so I can't go wrong. But I gotta sit down. I gotta get into some emails now before the weekend and get my legs ready for my effort in a couple of hours. I got everything out there. That was an empty tank.
sometimes when the effort is not like really hard, but it's just uncomfortable, you have too much time to think. And that's kind of what like that first 10 minutes was, 10 to 13 minutes. It's only when you get past that like 15-minute mark, as long as you paced it, sort of within your capabilities, and I think I underpaced it there. As you could probably see, the average is 363, but the actual split, if we look at the graph, by the way, thank you chat, the support was incredible, thank you. I definitely glance over to the chat from time to time, and I can see the enthusiasm. But yeah, you could definitely see how, I paced it almost too conservatively, not really knowing what I'd be capable of doing for the full effort. And it's always a safer bet to set off a little bit easier, and then have something in reserve, because then you've got the added motivation of, if you're feeling good and you've got something left, you can just empty the tank. Whereas if you flipped it the other way around, mentally, when you start to die, every kilometer feels like, it's taking forever. So, if you're unsure about what you're capable of doing, it's always, a far safer bet to just ride within yourself and then gradually increase it. And although that might not necessarily be the fastest way or the best, you might not get everything out, like I've said there, like, I think I could have gone slightly harder, but you don't know that without riding it.
So there we go, FTP somewhere around the 350 mark. My actual 22-minute effort in the time trial yielded 364 watts. So that's a good start. Yeah, it's a really good start. Actually, now I'm looking at it, I did 365 watts for 20 minutes in this time trial, which, was actually 22 minutes, of course, but this year my peak was 389. But actually, if I go back to this time last year, so January, December, November of 2023, my best was around 355 watt. So about 7 to 10 watts higher than this time last year. But crucially, in January and February this year, I actually had a period of really inconsistent riding. I was ill and I went away for 10 days and I didn't have my bike with me. So it's important now that I just try and maintain consistency. That's the key. And we're in our first training block now. It'd be really easy to get carried away and sort of try to clutch at straws and push on, but I just need to stick to the plan over the next 4 to 8 weeks and just try and build some blocks. And I'm already feeling fit. Like, that's a good sign, that 20-minute effort. And although it's just a one-off effort, I raced 2 days ago in a team time trial on ZWIFT, and that was quite hard. But that was a 45-minute effort at around 330 watts. So what this does is it kind of fills a gap, and it helps to form a picture of, where I am actually. And we talk about the power curve. We talk about how, over 22 minutes, I could do 360 watts. I could do 330 watts for 45 minutes. So then you can start to fill the gaps in, in between there.